UNAMID could face the chop because of lack of funding at the United Nations.
Well, I mean,
that's up for discussion later this month.
The UN peacekeeping missions have met with various degrees of success throughout the African continent. And I served in a country neighboring to Sudan, which has one that's soldiered on and has done, I think, a fairly good job. But I think all this it reminds us to the extent to which all of these things that might seem at first glance to be sort of internal domestic problems also have their international components as well.
Yeah, because when you look at that map, of course, Darfur bordering Chad, bordering the Central African Republic.
And all of these countries, whether it's Sudan, South Sudan, Central African Republic, Chad, they're all exporters and importers of instability. And we see that so clearly in so many of these situations, and so that's something also that the international community is going to have to take into account. Perhaps not now, but when the political situation settles down in Khartoum, those same factors are still going to be there. Those same factors of instability, regional factors, sub-regional factors, and not just Sudanese factors.
And if the UN does decide that it doesn't have the budget to pay its share for UNAMID, will you be blaming the Trump administration?
Well, the Trump administration and the president himself have certainly expressed a great deal of skepticism about UN peacekeeping operations generally, and the administration has tried to cut the budget for them several times over the last couple of years. Fortunately, for now, the United States Congress hasn't fully agreed with that approach, and we continue to fund UN operations at a fairly consistent level. But we're not the only funder out there also, right? I mean, we fund about 30%, I think, of peacekeeping operations. There's other actors there. But a peacekeeping operation is not the answer. A peacekeeping operation is meant to reinforce a process and not impose peace. These are not peace imposition operations. So I don't think the fate of Sudan hinges on whether UNAMID stays or goes. It can be an important factor if a lot of other factors come together.